Are you asleep? Hey. Okay, good. Took a long time for you to go to sleep. And I don't want to wake you up for nothing, but I had a dream, and I just woke up from it. And I know you're probably not going to hear any of this, but I just wanted you to know how I feel. I know I'm not particularly close or emotionally available, but I can't really help it. It's just been a part of me for as long as I can remember. I had a rough upbringing, so. And even though I don't really want to blame it on that, because if I'm being honest, it's probably partially my fault, anyways, but maybe that's part of the reason why I'm so closed off. I don't mean to be, really. I don't know what to do. It feels like every time we do something together, and I'm beginning to open up. I just remember everything that happened when I was young, and I warp back into that shell again. It's not your fault, and I don't want you to keep thinking it is, because I know you do. And I know you're never gonna hear this, but I just wanted to talk to you, or at least share my thoughts in a manner that wouldn't be judged, I guess. Look, I had a dream about you, and it made me realize that even when I'm right behind you, even when I'm right by your side, I can't stop thinking about you. And even though I have my arms around you, I can't help but want more of a connection. This is really hard for me. I think it's only easy to do because you're asleep. If you were awake and I had to tell you this to your face, I don't think I'd have the courage to. And that's depressing because I know you've been doubting my emotional availability, and I'm so sorry. I just. I. I don't know. I love you. I think I do. I think I love you. Genuinely. I've never felt this way about a person before. Especially not about my family. So it's definitely a new experience, but I'm trying to grow into it as much as I can. It's just hard because I don't know I don't know if I'm ever doing anything right. It always feels like no matter what I do, it's the wrong choice, and that's not a good feeling to have for me. It feels like the right choice to make is always the one that I'm not courageous enough to. And that's sort of how life is, I guess. The right choice is never the easy one. Which sucks because I really do love you. I've been head over heels for you for I don't even know how long. Years now it feels like, but we only met a couple months ago. And I know you have been having doubts about how I feel, but I just wanted to let you know, asleep or otherwise, that I really love you, and I don't think I could be the same without you. In a way you don't understand. You've changed me as a person so drastically that I don't think I'd ever have been the same had I not met you. I think I'd still be that same shy little boy, wrapped in his shell, even more so than normal. Never courageous enough to take the next step, always staying in the rut that I was in. And it's a frustrating feeling, knowing that I can never truly express the gratitude that I feel for you. Because I don't know. I'm just not a very good people person, and I'm so glad that you decided to stick with me because you're the most perfect person I've ever met. You're gorgeous, sweet, considerate, caring, and most of all, you don't take any shit. Even if it's from me, which I respect. It might seem like something that I would hate, but I actually like it. You don't allow me to fall into the old toxic ways that I had been acting in before I met you. And for that, I think I owe you more than you could ever imagine. And even now, cuddling you and being able to feel your warmth, I can already tell that I'm changing for the better because of it. I don't know, I must not be making any sense, but I guess that doesn't matter since you're asleep. I don't know, I just wanted to get it off my head, get it off my chest too. It's been weighing on me for a little bit, and I think it's finally the night that I realized that I really, really don't want to lose you. I love you so much. You mean so much to me. And even though I have a hard time expressing it, I want you to know that. I don't want you to think that I'm unavailable because my heart is more open to you than it's ever been. And whether or not that's a mistake, I will have to find out myself. For better or for worse, you've crawled your way into my heart and left it gaping. That sounds gross, I'm sorry. Look, I know we've had talks about being uninvested and cold and sort of rude, and I'm sorry. I don't know how to express myself in a proper way. I don't know, it feels like you always get the information out of me anyways, but I have a hard time coming to terms with what I'm feeling, so I tend to deny it on instinct whenever you ask. And I know that's not a good habit, but I don't know, it's been that way for my entire life, so it's kind of hard to change it now. Alright, I think I'm gonna go to bed myself. I don't want to keep you waiting anymore. I'm sorry I had to tell you this while you were asleep and not while you were awake. It's kind of a shitty thing for me to do, I know. I'm sorry for what it's worth. I just don't think I'd have the same courage if you were facing me. I'm sorry, but I can only tell you I love you when I know you don't have to say it back. I don't think I'd be able to handle it, I guess. And I know that sounds backwards, but that's just how I feel. And I'm sorry for being so confusing. I really am. I don't know why I'm like this. I need to go to bed. My mind seems to be my own worst enemy tonight. It's late, and I should really get to sleep if I know what's best for me. I'm glad I was able to tell this to you, though, even if you weren't awake to hear it. Good night. I love you.